It's Week 2 of the National Football League, where representatives from the AFC and NFC will square off. Hold on tight. We're in for an exciting one on Sunday night.
We are just about 10 miles south of downtown. You get a look inside NRG Stadium in Houston, the home of the Texans. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson, Week 2 of the season. Greg, as you get the season going, want to get that first game under your belt. Now, it almost feels like all the build-up is past. Now we're looking ahead to this long marathon of a regular season.
Absolutely, and this is really where you fall into the pace of the NFL season. All off-season, no matter how hard you try to say, all right, Week 1 is just 1 of 17. That's not the case. It is different, Mike. You have all training camp, all summer, all spring to prepare for one opponent. Well, now that game is over and done with, and you get back to work on Monday, and you're going to play again in 6 days. The team that is able to turn the page to the next game, week after week, those are the teams that handle the grind, the marathon, as you called it, of the NFL season, and here we are in Week 2.
The Texans come out with the Rookie of the Year from last year in the NFL. C.J. Stroud, he was the number 2 overall pick out of Ohio State. Greg, a talented quarterback here.
I think when you go back and watch last week's game, Mike, I think 2 things were at play. Number 1, let's give credit to the defense. I think they did a nice job of identifying some of the easy layups we've seen this quarterback hit from a week-to-week basis. They took it away. They made him go to his second, third check down through his progression. And then secondly, when the play did line up, when they did get the look they wanted, he just missed a lot of throws. So they know they cannot afford another pedestrian performance out of him this week. If he can play to the standard we've seen in weeks past, they can have a better chance of having a better result.
A man acquired by trade in the offseason, it's Joe Mixon. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Oh, got him again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive.
Brings up 3rd down.
This defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them early in this game. That's already 2 sacks allowed.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Stroud. And they're going to get him once again. He's under siege. That is 3 in a row.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 4th down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
So 4th down, and it's the former Chief, Tommy Townsend, to punt for Houston, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. This is taken at his own 30. And it's a very nice return. He is giving the offense a short field. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his third year in the league.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. And a first down.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Right back to the fullback. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we are through 1 on Sunday Night Football. 0-0 is the score. And more from Houston coming up in a moment. Now a run, and it's their fullback with the carry. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run. This is their fullback getting the carry. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Now a 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. He'll try and get there, and he's into the end zone. Has a touchdown. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. It's up and good. And the visitors will take a 7-0 lead.
Texans nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Steven Sims to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a 1st down. Now Stroud. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball that extra second in the pocket, and with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
A 2nd down throw for Stroud. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Here's a give up the middle to Mixon.
The defense is willing to just give up that run every single time. I mean, they're going to leave guys as far back as they can to protect the sticks. And in this case, flow to the ball, make an open field tackle, get off the field.
He's to the 40. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football.
With the score, visitors 7, Texans.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where you see the final score there. Josh Allen, couple of touchdown passes as his guys win their second straight to start the year. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting New Orleans Saints. Derek Carr, 3 touchdown passes as his guys bounce back from the defeat on opening weekend. And finally, on Monday Night Football, it's the Falcons and Eagles from Philly at 8:15 Eastern Time. This has been a hard-fought battle thus far. Just the one touchdown to this point is still anybody's game at 7-0, as both of these defenses have been out there trying to one-up
Just that one touchdown on the board. 7-0 the score as the third quarter begins. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And he will score for the score. That his first touchdown of the new year. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
The extra point is good. And the visitors move out on top, 14-0.
Texans nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's Sim. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Texans offense headed back to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Here we go. Here's Stroud. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
A loss of 6 yards. Brings up 3rd
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
3rd and long. Stroud to throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
The Texans getting all set to punt as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. This returnable from inside his own 40. And it's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field. The visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Again, they'll try to power forward with their fullback. Trying to use that big body to get the yardage, but he is stopped for no gain. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Taking off. And he's going to be taken down, but not until he reaches the 20-yard line.
And this is when it just gets very frustrating as a defense, because this is what it's been like all day. The pass rush is good, but just not quite good enough. They let him slip through, and he burns them with big yardage.
He'll run again. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. Good blocking, and he's in for the touchdown. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
Extra point attempt still to come. He's got it. And the visitors will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Things not looking good, but see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. Tank Dell was the one he was looking for, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Stroud. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This fielded inside the 35. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. And it would appear they are on their way to a 2-0 start as they begin things here with 1st and 10 in this 4th quarter. And he'll bring this across midfield as this drive is taking shape. A gain of 7 on that one. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. He'll drop to throw. He's going to keep it himself. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. That one knocked away and incomplete. Jimmy Ward with the good coverage that time gets a hand in there. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Off he goes. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think fortunately, this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. It is 3rd and 10. They'll try to run with their fullback. Now we'll get whistles, and they have signaled for a timeout. Curious there, not sure the logic, but one stoppage with 5 seconds to go. They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Back to throw. And they are going to add 6 more here at the end. Stay tuned for the coach's handshake. It might not be the friendliest. That late touchdown extends the margin of victory here on the game's final play.
Yeah, Mike, I'm not sure how popular this move is going to be on the other sideline. And listen, I understand in the huddle sometimes kind of players take it upon themselves to do things like this, but the call there has to be take a knee, move on, shake hands, and go to the locker room. But not in this case.
So it's a win for our visitors. They get the victory here, away from home, to run their early season record to 2-0. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Houston, good night, everyone.